Under the sun, the fields are alive. Cheering crowds and the teams collide. In these moments, we stand tall and free. Flourish pride runs deep in we. With every touchdown, we rise and we cheer. Unity and spirit, the heart of the year. Raise your voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zones go. Football and cheers make our spirits roll. Girls in the game, they're fierce and bright. Flag in hand, they give it their might. From every town they bring their dreams. On this field of gold, nothing's as it seems. Together we shine, together we play. In Florida's heart, we own this day. Raise your voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zones go. Football and cheers make our spirits grow. So here's to the game, we'll rise and stand. In Florida's field, real night band.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the South Florida edition of the Blitz here. Josh Wilson along with Christopher Like here as we roll into, it is now officially 9 o'clock Eastern time here. It is time for, yes, that edition of the South Florida edition of the Blitz, I should say. And I see something. Chris, what's on the backdrop? It did not take me long to see what there's something else on the backdrop that I didn't. I'm kind of befuddled here because I can't really see what it says.
It's three people in the chat will probably notice it. It says hello.
Okay, so 3 people in the chat. So Mark Cannon is not at Trust tonight. Wife sent me a round trip ticket to see her in Tampa.
Well,
and Nolly's here. Hey, where's Emery? Did Emery disappear? Because usually Emery's the first to comment.
I know.
Anyways, here. All right. As we roll along here, we're going to have to get into it here. And that is with the Blitz Lines. Boy, oh boy, at least the weather did not impact South Florida like, and in some aspects, I mean, it impacted, but it didn't impact it. I like the Miami Vice-like logo. Yeah, well, that's what the kind of the theme is, having the colors of what we do is try to, that's great. That's Wait a second. She sent a Greyhound ticket for you to go on Greyhound, Mark? Okay. Anyways, looking at everything here, looking at the picks from last week here, and I don't know why I gave Reno an extra win here on this one, but NSU University School in St. Brendan, and boy, NSU School just totally dominated St. Brendan. No issue, Scott, there on that one, Chris.
Yeah, that surprised me a little bit. I figured St. Brendan would be a little bit more competitive in that game.
No, absolutely here. And Boy, a Facebook privacy settlement. Boy, I should have taken advantage of that. Considering I've had a Facebook account pretty much almost close to the day and age of when Facebook was invented. So, oh boy, nah, I don't deal with that stuff. But yeah, Energy University School just totally dominated St. Brendan. No issues there on that particular one. And looking at it, Miami, Carroll City, and North Miami Beach. Boy, that was a close one. Who saw that one coming?
Yeah, I didn't. I mean. But yeah, Carroll City. Oh Lord, I don't know what to tell you about that one.
No, and that one was a real interesting one. There as looking at those two teams here. Where did it go here? North. Oh, it's down here towards the bottom. Sorry, North Miami Beach 14-13 over Miami Carroll City. North Miami Beach improves on the season here to 4-3. Carroll City drops to 5-3. Looking at this one, oh boy, Atlantic and Coconut Creek. Atlantic had to fight hard in the fourth quarter to come back and win 33-30. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, man, that is something right there too.
Talk about crazy results, and
there's been some crazy results all year. And by the way, that does not just apply to South Florida. That applies to all regions across the state. Here, there have been some crazy results this year here, this season here, but that's one of the more crazier ones I've seen so far. Again, Atlantic and Coconut Creek, Atlantic winning that one 33-30, and boy, and then this one, Plantation Archbishop McCarthy. This one kind of it blew my mind when I finally verified the score. That man.
Mm-hmm.
What do I know about football? What do I know? Just throw it out the door.
Apparently, Plantation decided to show up and not tell anybody. I mean,
yeah, they just apparently didn't tell anybody here, and I'm just like, man. Sorry, Emery. The extra ads. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out the balance with YouTube and everything. It drives revenue for us. I apologize. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what we're trying to do with that here. So just please be patient with me. Don't leave. Don't leave. Atlantic must have rested their starters. I don't know. Oh. What happened there? I must have pulled. Oh, I hit the something there on the thing. I put thing and that's something I thing and did not understand why I just hit that accidentally. But that's my fault. My bad here. I'll never leave. I appreciate you, Emery. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, buddy. As we roll along here, this next game that we had on our picks here, Bishop Verot and Glade Central. This one, I mean, you talk about the weather. The weather was the issue. Weather was the issue where a lot of teams around the state, especially if you're over along the East Coast. The rain just you had guys that had stats, but you didn't have guys that were getting eye-popping stats is what was happening. It seemed like Friday night. The thing with Bishop Verot and Glade Central, Bishop Verot led this game 5-0 at half. 5-0. When you talk about a score of 5-0, I'm just like, what? I mean, I get it, field goal and a safety, but it's one of those weird scores. But Glade Central, their district.
It makes you think you're watching. It makes you think you're watching baseball or soccer.
No, and the final score, by the way, was 14-12. I mean, it was pretty much Glade Central there in the second half. They finally they got things together in that second half of the game, and they got together. But I mean, honestly, it's one of those weird things that I have seen where it happened in another game where it was like Wharton was up like 5. It was like there was like 5-0 over in the Tampa Bay area, and so I'm like, there's just been some oddity scores this year. Let's just say it's either oddity scores where it feels like, okay, what did they do? Decide to trade in the helmets and cleats and the football for a baseball and bat in some of these games, or did they trade in the helmets, cleats, and the football and decided to open up a basketball court on the field, because we have seen some of those type of scores too this year. So I mean, it's really one of those things.
Now I see Mark Cannon making the comment, Bishop Verot is an overrated program. I'm not so sure they're overrated. It's just we don't know what version comes from one week to the next, and we had the same problem last year.
No, I wonder if a football game ever ended a final score of 5-4. I'm almost certain that it might have been. So that could have happened. As we start to do history research on this state and try to get it into one centralized place, I'm pretty sure we're going to find some wild and wacky stories, especially when we go back through the history of games in this state. And there's a lot of football history to be uncovered and to be found once again, and to bring it to
we got a lot of that coming in the pipeline.
Yep. How about this one? Miami, Norland, they were tied at halftime. Norland and Plantation American Heritage 14-14, but American Heritage pulls away on that game, and now they are one step closer to a district championship. Take care of Archbishop McCarthy this week, and you can win the district.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, American Heritage getting back to American Heritage things, and that's what happened this week. So Norland, good program, but place a team like American Heritage, and you're going to struggle.
No, absolutely here. And, of course, a team that got a win last week here, that would be Miami Southridge 49-0 over Southwest Miami. And the Spartans are 8-0. And when we come back after our 2-minute timeout here, we're going to have head coach Pierre Senatus joining us from Miami Southridge, the head coach down there of those 8-0 Spartans. They're going to be playing this weekend in the GMAC championship game against Miami Central Saturday night at 7 o'clock at Travis Powell. But we'll talk more about that and the 8-0 Spartans here when we come back here on the South Florida edition of the Blitz. We'll be right back right after this.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought, if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it, because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, they learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, it's a great chance that I can do it. First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with a free ScoreStream mobile app. Download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Get ready for the 2026 Coach of the Year Clinics. This February and March, see top collegiate coaches, learn from the best, and take your program to the next level. Don't miss America's most respected coaching clinics.
All right, welcome back here to the South Florida edition of the Blitz here on FloorHSFootball.com. And as we go into the interview portion of the show here, we want to welcome on the head coach of the 8-0 Miami Southridge Spartans. That is head coach Pierre Senatus joining us here. And coach, appreciate you making it up with us for last week and joining us here this week. And of course, your team has notched another victory in the process of everything. And boy, just kind of give us the insights about this team. I know last year y'all were just came up short of playing in the state championship game. Came up short against West Boca in that state semifinal game. And we thought y'all were serious last year. Y'all look even more serious this year. And I think y'all, again, a legit title contender. What is it? what is special about this team this year?
Man, Josh, really appreciate the time and platform and giving us an opportunity to kind of talk about our style of football. I mean, these young men have worked so hard this offseason, and to see their work kind of come to fruition this season and getting the spotlight and getting the accolations they're getting is tremendous. But it's been years and years of building. We really built it through the grassroots, our junior varsity program. It's our 4-year starters. It's kids like Ryan Moret, state champ wrestler, 26-0 heavyweight that was on the defensive line as a freshman and sophomore, worked himself from junior varsity to varsity, goes off and becomes an offensive lineman. Xavier Hill, a 3-year starter, the Shamari Bowens, and these are massive human beings now. But we saw all these kids walk the halls as freshmen and have taken the program over. Another kid, Jakari Johnson, who's being lights out, one of the top receivers in Miami-Dade County. Again, a young man who's waited his time, had Division I receiver in front of him, and finally gets his opportunity to be the primary target. And it's been electric. And then the progression of James Perrone, an all-state receiver. You guys were able to identify him last year, kind of get eyes on him last year as a true sophomore. And this year as a junior, he's really taken that next step up. He's committed now to University of South Florida. They've done an incredible job. A lot of colleges have, but they've done an incredible job building a relationship with him, making him feel comfortable and taking his commitment. And as a junior, an early commitment as a junior, and he's been lights out, an all-county kid, now an all-state kid, and looking to take his self onto the next stage as well, and just not leading the team. He has like school records right now in passing, and it really has seen the next progression, the touch on the ball and the leadership factor and commanding the offense. And I think those guys make it really, really special. Defensively, we pride our hat on being physical. And that's still the calling card of our team is to be an extremely physical, violent defense. But again, I think we're trying to make sure that they're ready for the next level as well. So we do multiple, our coverages, our blitzes, and to see the guys progress and their learning curve really shrink this year and minimize mistakes and play so much faster. And you have a guy like Tyler Brown who's been outstanding, and we've had several transfers come in as well and give us more depth and really take our floor up higher, and our ceiling, as you can see, we continue to climb to new heights. But our floor as a program has really risen in the last 2-3 years.
No, absolutely. And you mentioned James Perrone there. I mean, over 1,800 yards passing so far in 8 games, 20 touchdowns, only the 1 INT. That's pretty impressive. And again, all-state caliber numbers here once more here in 2025. I mean, it's not just your offense, but obviously, you talk about defense here. I mean, it just y'all are playing, both sides of the ball, playing it really well here. I mean, again, looking at this team, obviously you got a big juggernaut with Miami Central Saturday night coming up here at Travis Powell. I mean, how do you get ready for them?
Well, we talk about our philosophy internally. Our mission statement is to develop great men, make sure that it's bigger than football, that we look for post-secondary education as our primary target. But our next goal under that is to be state champs, county champs, and we run the South and be South champs. When you fly into the airport, Miami International, you look south. When you think of football on the South, we want to be Southridge football. And that's what we've taken pride in playing. Palmetto, Columbus, Homestead, Southdade, anybody who's south of that line, we want to make sure that we completely dominate. We take pride in that. But we play everybody. We played New Orleans, we played Central, we played Carroll City, we played Booker T. Washington, we play Hialeah. So we'll go anywhere in the county and play anybody in the county, anywhere in Dade, Broward, Palm, whatever. You call us, we'll play. 7-on-7, we travel. You've seen us all summer. We've gone to the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, all the way to Tallahassee. We'll play anywhere, anytime. And so with that mindset, I think that's prepared us. I think there's the allure of, the inner city of Miami is the best football. There's definitely cachet there. If you've been there, a longstanding coach, I was at Booker T. Washington for years and was part of those programs and had those battles, coached against when Teddy was a player and those kind of kids, and seeing Amari Cooper and seeing the 2 running backs coming out of, we had Yerby and Cook at Central. We've had those story battles, but there's tremendous history at Southridge as well. We want to make sure those young men understand the halls they've walked has produced state champions, has produced All-Americans, has produced all kind of calibers as well. And we have tons of guys that are coaching in Division I places, Division II, that have been professionals, that are now sports agents, trainers, doctors, astronauts, and they have walked on and worn that Southridge helmet as well. And there's tremendous pride in what we do in our program. And so our job this weekend is to be 305 champs. We're the number 1 seed, even though we're going to Travis Powell. We want the bigger stadium, we want the bigger platform, we want the bigger spotlight. and we're excited about playing Miami Central. We know our brand of football has been elite, and this is just kind of another notch and another step in our program and the evolution of our team.
Coach, you kind of stole my thunder a little, in a way, a little bit there. Back in the early '90s, and 2016, and all through the '90s, Southridge has been known as a championship-winning program, especially not just on the state level, but on national level as well. And I remember some of those Southridge teams back in the '90s.
Oh
Talk
yes.
about your appreciation for the history of the program and how you talk to those kids about that history.
I mean, Don Solinger, we ran into Don Solinger this summer.
Oh, Don Solinger, yes. Yes.
Don, he's been around. He hasn't spoken to this particular group of the team, but spoke to several of the guys. And we have one of the Davis brothers. You talk about the historic running back tradition from Cedric Irvin to both Davis brothers who went to Iowa State, and we're finalists for the Heisman. And so we have the younger brother, Jason's on the staff, and mentors, and those guys come around, and we keep that connection to the '90s, to the 2000s. We have two young men on the last day team, Kawamba Jones, and he's around, and also Kamari Gamble, who played at the University of Florida. So they have connections to the guys that have won state titles, have left, went to college, have college degrees, or in the community doing great things in the community, and that still want to connect to the program and school and tell them that this is an avenue on your road to success in life. Football is not every single thing, but it's a tremendous platform to grow and develop the habits and develop the mindset and become lifelong learners and develop the habits of working hard. And we want to show that kind of when we go to trash pile and they're thinking that they run trash. Nah, we've been on big stages too. Like you said, we played in West Boca, and we have guys that have played on the biggest stages, and our kids are ready for that. We just played Edison there a few weeks ago, so I think that was great preparation. And driving north to Trash and going into a stadium that seats 20, 30,000 and can get ruckus, and the bands are going, and the sounds are resonating, and the fast pace of it. And we play these guys in 7-on-7 in the summer. We've seen them several times, and we're right there. And so we're truly excited about taking our brand of football. And how we do. We come off the bus and the ball's in the air, gentlemen. So we're going to come out there, throw it up, and we're going to play with great physicality, great violence, and we're going to play with great speed, and we're going to put the ball and do what we do. We're going to let our quarterback showcase his talent as one of the elite quarterbacks in the nation. And the same thing with our receivers. And we have an electric. I think we have the best running back in Miami-Dade County, and Travis Gamble as well. So we have a ton of pieces that we get to really feature on the big stage this weekend.
I think I'm not sure, you may have touched on this, Coach, from one of our fans. He asked this question here. He said, Coach, he saw you play from Mark Cannon. He saw you play Hialeah earlier this season, and he came away very impressed with your D line. I think you kind of hit on some of that here already. What you tell us about the part of your team on that? So that's what tells us about that part of your team. I guess you kind of already hit on it a little bit here already.
Repeat that, Jess. I'm sorry.
About your defensive line, because he came away very impressed. And, you tell us about that part of the team.
You start naming names, but that is a special group. That's a Saturday group. All four defensive linemen have Division I offers right now. Cameron Wilson, the end that you've been following for the last couple of years, Josh, is now committed to Syracuse University, and he's way different than what you've seen in the past summers. Cameron's now 6'3", almost 6'4", carrying 235 pounds. He led the county in sacks and tackles for loss last year. An all county guy. Like I said, our other tackle now plays offensive center. He's committed to Ole Miss, which is Ryan Moret, who plays both ways. The sophomore D tackle, Antonio Welcher, has 20 Division I offers, is rated on all the websites. Freshman D tackle, 6'4", 305 pounds. Shandon Martell has 5 Division I offers. And you have another defensive end that has come in, Bobby Doctor, has 4 or 5 Division I offers, stands 6'4", 235 pounds. So we've been really blessed with some tremendous kids whose fathers were in the communities at different various high schools that had really good careers, and they've kind of modeled that. And so they're kids of football coaches and players, and they're really taking that next step. And so we have an outstanding defensive line. They passed the eyeball test, but when you talk about the character of the kids and their performance, detail their craft, and they're super young. You talk about 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and all-state senior leading the group, and there's depth behind them. I think we're really excited to have that kind of group. We've taken Albert Stevens now. He's a full-time linebacker. He's a 6'2", 210-pound end now, is playing middle linebacker. and he's starting to get electric, and people are getting eyes on him. And then we have a 6'2" safety that leads the county in interceptions, Gene Calix. So don't underestimate that there's talent. I'm not just doing this. We're not 9-0 or 8-0, excuse me. We're going to be 9-0 because we're just got some good kids that run around and try, and we're have tremendous God-given ability from our kids, and they work tremendously hard. They put the time in. We're squeezing every hour of the day, from the classroom to the meeting room to the practice field, to these guys getting extra reps, doing great things in the training room, staying healthy, living the right way. So I'm really excited about the progression of our program, that they're doing all the little things the right way for it to work out on the field for them.
Coach says the comments. The coach is telling the truth. Coach, I know another name. I don't think we may have mentioned it just because you were going through a lot of names here, but obviously Billy Roll.
There you go.
Billy Roll. Because when that was he was the head coach the last time at Southridge.
Last state title. Yes, sir.
2016, and of course Billy's up there around that FAMU these days, but where he played college football at. But I mean, what would for y'all, just real quick, as we've got about 3 minutes left here, but Coach, just real quick for y'all, if y'all get to play in the state championship game this year in 6A at FIU, it's right there almost in the backyard pretty much.
Yes.
What would the atmosphere be like for y'all? Kind of just describe what it would be like for y'all to be there.
I think the community is waiting for that kind of rebirth. There's so much change in South Florida. I think just the ebb and flow, the cost of living changes, and I think as the neighborhoods restructure and kind of meander and grow, I think there would be a great way to reconnect all the alumni, all the people that have walked south, that travel south and have a connection, not just to Southridge, but that always kind of, the South doesn't get its dues sometimes. And I think that the stadium would be ruckus. It's at FIU. We're probably one of the second closest schools to it as you look as far as a major high school. I think our community, the 305, Miami-Dade County, the past alumni, I think we're celebrating our 49th, 50th year of being a high school. So you talk about 50 graduating classes coming in there. I think it would be an outstanding showcase of support in South Florida. And I think it would, the kids would, what a great place for them to receive their flowers and just dues of how hard they've worked the last few years. Again, this is year 4 for me at Southridge. And I think we're finally, getting the spotlight again. South Florida, we're on South Florida, South edition. And again, we missed linking up last week, but thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to get our kids and talk about some of the great ball that we see on the South End. The teams like Columbus, the teams like Palmetto, the teams like Homestead, the teams like South-Dade, all those guys have rich traditions, and I think they sometimes don't get the same light as some of the other teams across the Dade and Broward lines.
No, absolutely. And of course, it took y'all 4 times to finish that game with Columbus, but y'all did it.
Oh my gosh.
But Mother Nature and her antics these days. But
it's been an insane year. It's been an insane year weather-wise across the counties. Across the state.
Yeah, absolutely here. All right. Coming up here this weekend, it is Miami Southridge 8-0 versus Miami Central 5-1 at Traspal. Yes, we can verify that is at Traspal. That's even verified by the GMAC. So 7:00 Saturday night. It will definitely be one of those games. If you're down in South Florida, you want to be there to see this because it's 2 of the best in Miami-Dade County going at it.
You better believe it, brothers. Y'all take care, man. The best football still in the country is still right here in South Florida.
No, I appreciate it, Coach. Thank you so much.
Night.
Coach Senatus, appreciate you so much, and take care. And we'll if y'all make that deep run in the playoffs, we'll have you back on.
You better believe it. Thank you, guys. All
right, take care. All right, that was head coach Pierre Senatus. That was a damn good interview. I gotta say that. I love it when coaches are ready to come and talk about their program.
I'm at a loss of words. I'm at a loss of words here. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good, and I mean, honestly, again, you got a big game coming up here on Saturday night at Traspal Stadium. So definitely appreciate that. And anyways, Chris, we got to take a break here, and then we got to come back, and when it is time for what will it be time for? Come on, Chris, you know what time it'll be for. Yep, Big Six. All right, we're going to be right back here on the South Florida edition of the Blitz right after this.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, They learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, there's a great chance that I can do it. The First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with a free ScoreStream mobile app. Download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Get ready for the 2026 Coach of the Year Clinics. This February and March, see top collegiate coaches, learn from the best, and take your program to the next level. Don't miss America's most respected coaching clinics.
And welcome back here to the South Florida edition of the Blitz here on FloatHSFootball.com. Appreciate everybody that joined us here for the interview with head coach Pierre Senatus of those Southridge Spartans who are going into that GMAC championship game on Saturday night at Traspal. And boy, Chris, this is going to be fun part because we will be picking on that game here in just a moment here as we get ready to do what we do every week during the regular season in tackle football. That is the time for the pick six. And well, there we go. Finally get it to come up here. Hold on. Let's see. Why is it? There we go. All right, as we roll along here with everything here for the picks here, let's roll with that and let's talk. Game number one here is Miami Norland 3-5 versus Columbus 3-5. This will be at Columbus 6 o'clock, I believe, on Friday, if I'm correct. I had to put the games in today because we didn't know who the GMAC games were going to be until like late last week, Chris.
Yeah, and I would to get rid of the stupid thing, but that's my opinion.
But anyways, Miami Norland a 20-point favorite over Columbus, but I disagree with the computer here, Chris. I'm just going to tell you it's Norland for me. I mean, not Columbus for me on this one.
Yeah, same here. I'm going Columbus as well. I mean, I disagree with the computer too.
I think the slowness of Columbus is finally coming. It's finally shedding off, and give me the Explorers for the win here on this one here. And as I look at what Reno has sent me for his picks, he's going off to Reno Island. He's taking Norland. We'll see.
More power to him.
More power to him indeed, but on that one. All right, our next game up is Calvary Christian 6-1, St. Andrews 7-0. St. Andrews a 1-point favorite, giving St. Andrews a 53% win probability on this one.
It's gonna be a good one. Give me St. Andrews at home to win, and it could be a little more than the victory. Can be a little bit more than what that says.
Yeah, I think St. Andrews is going to win this one as well. I like what they're doing. They've got some good talent, and give me the Scots for the win. But Reno is taking the Calvary Christian Eagles in this one, and he's going out to Reno Island again.
Okay.
We'll have to see. All right, next one up is West Boca Raton 6-1 at Cardinal Newman 5-2. West Boca an 8-point favorite. West Boca 78% win probability here. Chris,
give me West Boca in this one. I think this is probably going to be the one game that put the FSA back in up to give West Boca that number one seed in that region.
Yeah, because I would if they win and they don't get the number 1 seed in this region, I've got more questions than Carter has liver pills.
I think this is the game that pushes them over the edge on that.
Yeah, and but Reno for some reason is going with Cardinal Newman at home. I don't know what's Reno. I'm scratching my head.
Where is he? What? Never mind.
He is definitely out on Reno Island this week in terms of what we're picking here. But all right, maybe he might join us on this next pick. Miami Palmetto 6-1 versus Miami Northwestern 6-1. I feel like, if you want me to be honest, I feel like the GMAC championship should be really between Southridge and Miami Northwestern.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I digress. So we'll just leave it alone. Anyway, Miami Palmetto.
Yeah.
Moves above us. But this is here's the thing. West Boca has always been above y'all all season long here, Coach Molina. So,
yeah,
according to the Florida Power Rankings Index, we're not going by the FHA Power Rankings on this. Anyway,
we got a big disagreement with them.
Yeah. So on this one, Chris, we got the next one here. We've got again the Miami Palmetto 6-1, Miami Northwestern 6-1. Where do you go with this one?
Give me Northwestern. It's not going to be pretty, but I like what Palmetto's doing, but I think they're going to be outclassed on this one.
Well, Reno joins us with the pick, Miami Northwestern here. So here we go. So he finally joins us. He finally comes off of Reno Island and joins us on a pick here. So Miami Northwestern 26-point favorite, win probability 98%. All right, next one. This is for a district championship. American Heritage Plantation 4-3, Archbishop McCarthy 5-2. American Heritage still going to remain the number 1 team in our 4A rankings. They're finally making some moves in the rankings in 4A on the FSA side, but we'll leave that one alone because I've got multiple bones to pick still over there. American Heritage is a 23-point favorite over McCarthy, 97% win probability. I think maybe the answer is pretty clear where we're going here with this one.
Yeah, and this one's not going to be pretty for McCarthy. Give me American Heritage by a lot.
Yeah, give me American Heritage. Give me the spread. Give me a little bit more. This is where I go with that. That's where I'm sticking with it. All right.
Add the milk and cookies too.
Yep. All right. Oh, that is not correct on there. Let me fix that real quick because somehow I duplicated the line again, or I did not put it incorrectly, but I will fix that real quick here as we do this here. We got a moment here, but we've got Miami Southridge and Miami Central here for the pick here this week. Chris, man, a lot going here. As I will put the forecast in. Just give me a second here because I apologize. I thought I had put it in because I did so well getting everything situated today, and then I somehow blew this one. So just give me 1 second because the forecast is really, really interesting. Chris, what are you thinking here as I pop this in here real quick?
Oh man, this one's gonna be interesting. You know what? I'm gonna go against whatever logic there is on this thing and go Southridge.
Well, I mean, you're not too far off. I mean, I think, and in terms of the thought process here, but okay. So I'm going to tell you right now as I bring it up here in just a moment. Here, I do apologize. I'm fixing this on the fly here. All right, there you go. That's the line. It is Miami Central 1 point over Miami Southridge, 52 to 48% win probabilities.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to get the green on the screen. Give me Southridge.
You know, I like what Southridge is doing. I'm going to roll with Southridge. I'm rolling with Southridge. Miami Central.
Nothing against Miami Central here.
Everybody says he's picked Miami Central, but I wouldn't be surprised if Southridge ran. I'm going against the computer here.
I am too.
It's a coin flip. That tells you how good these two teams are. Reno's going Miami Central. We'll see. We'll see. All right, that is it for our pick 6 for week number 9, Chris. And boy, some really intriguing games. Really interesting how week number 9 is going to play out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to that Southwood Central game. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Well, as we wrap it up here, Chris, and a lot to digest here as we get roll into week number 9, and it's going to be interesting. This is it. We're in the backstretch, people, and we only have a couple more weeks of the regular season after this week, and then it's into the playoffs we go. So, Mark Cannon's going to return to his home at Travis Powell. By the way,
did you ever see what was in that?
No, I did not. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Says hello.
Hello there, Mark Cannon. Hello there, Emery. Hello there, Nully. All right. Awesome. All right. Well, that is it for the South Florida edition of the Blitz. We have the Tampa Bay edition of the Blitz coming up. We'll have head coach Jesse Genchar from St. Pete Catholic on for that show. We'll be right back here in a few minutes here on FloodHSFootball.com.